The Smurfette principle?
is purposely aimed at a female viewing audience, the main characters will tend to be disproportionately male. In 1991, Katha Pollitt, a feminist essayist, wrote an article for the New York Times because she was disturbed by the lack of substantive female characters for her young daughter to watch. She found that most programming aimed at young people had a majority of...
You see, at some points, I can low-key say, yeah, this is something I would complain about. Yeah, no, this is a valid
male
video. Let's see.
characters with just
Let's keep
one
going.
female included in the group. She called this the Smurfette principle. You probably guessed by now that this trope was
only one female. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. That was a weird trope. I can actually agree with her.
named after the only female Smurf in all of Smurfville. Once upon a time, the Smurfs were a harmonious, all-dude miniature civilization comprised entirely of good-natured little blue dudes, living out their cooperative dude existence somewhere deep in...
I'm not gonna lie. Is the Smurfs bad because there's only Smurfette in it? No, the Smurfs is a good show. But the fact that there were a lot of were there a lot of shows like this? I mean, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, I guess. If that character is a main character in the story, it's fine. It's fine.
Their dude forced utopia. We've got lazy, grouchy, jokey,
are there
brainy,
multiple shows
baby,
at that
and
time?
Papa Smurf. And
Okay, this is like the fucking Smurfs is like from the 1960s or 1950s. Like let's be for real. Let's be for real. 1960s, 1950s. Yeah,
Smurf
makes
buddies
sense.
living out their Smurfy existence free from any of those meddling, divisive, controlling, manipulative, mean women folk. But one day, the evil wizard Gargamel decided on a devilish plan to sabotage Smurfdom. And how will he do that? Yes, that's right, by creating a female Smurf.
That's it. I'll get them through their hearts. I will send them a Smurfette.
So Gargamel sent in Smurfette to cause divisions between the lovable blue creatures so he can capture and eat their tender blue flesh in a nice honey lemon sauce. Long story short, love and understanding won out when Papa Smurf worked some Smurf magic and transformed Gargamel's imposter into a real live Smurf girl. Sexy blonde hair, high heels, and all. Down in the 100-acre woods, we follow the...
So you're just mad. You're just mad because you have black hair, and original Smurfette had black hair, and now that she's blonde and in Smurf terms hot, you're mad because the hot version of her didn't look like
sexy
you.
blonde hair, high heels, and all.
I know that's kind of a weird thing comparison or conclusion to come to. I know it's a weird conclusion to come to, but like, am I wrong?
Down in the 100-acre woods, we follow the adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Rabbit, Piglet, Eeyore, Owl, and Tigger. All dudes.
What'd you call me?
Tigger, of course. In fact, there's only one female character, Tigger, Kanga, who shows up occasionally as the mother of little Tigger, Roo. Even Jim Henson didn't seem too keen on the women. Alongside Kermit, Gonzo, and Fozzie the Bear, Tigger, Miss Piggy was the only female Muppet. We can even see the Smurfette principle.
I'm hating this. Like, I think the only reason why I'm agreeing with it is because of the era I live in. I think so. I think I've been brainwashed to think that she's making a valid argument, which I still kind of see her argument be valid. But then these shows that she's complaining about, I'm just like, okay, that's a show, but it's in a male friend group. There's going to be mostly males. If your main audience, like, are there more people in the audience that are female for you to be making more? Nowadays, yes, but back then, like, they just needed to update. They needed to update to modern standards for multiple people, multiple demographics liking their stuff.
Outside of programming aimed at young people. So for example, you have George Lucas's original Star Wars trilogy, where Princess Leia is the only principal female character in the entire galactic empire. If you're like me, then you're probably thinking there's gotta be something wrong.
I forgot. Yo, I low-key forgot. This was like major woke 1.0. And it made sense at the time, but how far the pendulum has swung, bring it back to that, bro. Princess Leia, only woman. Luke Skywalker's sister. That makes her even more special because she's in relation to the main. I mean, would she hate? No. Yeah. Wait. Demon Slayer. Would she hate Demon Slayer because Tanjiro, Nezuko, one girl, and then you have Zenitsu. What? My brain is fried. Oh no. What's the other guy's name? Oh, Inosuke. What the hell? How can I forget about Inosuke? Beast Fang. I almost said Beast Fang Fist, but that's Yamcha. Wolf Fang Fist. Oh my god. I feel like because of the whole LARPing allegations, I have to specifically say the right moves and the right characters if people are going to say, oh, you're LARPing. You're LARPing. You don't know Yamcha's Wolf Fang Fist? Yeah, Inosuke does beast breathing. Like, Fang... Was it Fang? No, Fang over Fang is Naruto. All right, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. But would she hate Demon Slayer? Because the main story characters, like, yes, there's female Hashiras who usually end up dying very easily. If you haven't watched Infinity Castle, nigga, it's been out for over a year. That's your fault. Would she hate Demon Slayer? I'm low key kind of
Yeah, I mean,
curious.
Star
I wish I could just text her and be like, "Hey, Anita Sarkeesian, do you dislike Demon Slayer because of the trope that only his sister, who is special and needs saving, even though she's also equally as capable, if not somewhat more capable than Tanjiro before a certain point in the story that I'm not gonna say. Do you hate Demon Slayer?
has had a female captain. Buffy has saved the world from a demon apocalypse at least half a dozen times. This trope
Oh, look, even Fairy Tail too. I could make the same argument with Lucy. Like, yeah, there's females in the guild, but the main ones that usually come to battle, other than like Mira and Lucy, you think Lasana comes
has
into
got to
the
be a thing
fight?
of the
No,
past,
she's
right?
not.
Ellen Page's character gets smurfetted in Inception as her character
That's crazy, Smurf. Ellen Page. Ellen who? Who's Ellen Page? You mean Elliot? No, like dead ass. Ellen Page. Oh my god, the deceased actor of Ellen Page, because you know that's the dead name. This is a deceased actor who has another person with their same DNA, but is a different person walking around nowadays, who's no longer Ellen Page. No.
is the only female Dream Team member. Big Bang Theory has a primary cast of brainy men, plus the Smurfette that lives across the hall. Well,
Hey, this is a story about a bunch of guys doing a bunch of guy stuff, and there's a girl that's also with them. We need more of those, actually. Holy shit.
there have been a small handful of female Autobots in the Transformers universe. Arcee is the only regularly reoccurring female cast member, and she only appeared in 8 episodes out of the original series. She was set to appear in the first Transformers live-action film, but she was dropped and replaced with Ironhide. She did, however, appear in the second film, Revenge of the Fallen, which also happens to be one of the most sexist and racist films I've ever seen.
Transformers sexist and racist. Oh my god. I mean, did I say Transformers 4? No, Transformers 2, sexist and racist. Oh, there's a character that has black scent, and then they have sexy female characters.
This version of Arcee is either a
Like, this is
hybrid
what
with
people
3
like
different
watching.
motorcycle components,
Hey, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen made a lot of money, right?
or the other 2 bikes are her sisters. It's not exactly clear.
The Autobots hangar.
But it doesn't really matter anyway because they all get blown up at the end.
Yeah, because who gives a fuck about these? Honestly, who gives a fuck about the side characters in a Transformers movie? Oh no, these Autobots died. Is Optimus still here? Is Bumblebee still here? Okay, we're cool. We aight. Like, come on now, Anita.
Plus,
Anita,
they
come
only
on
appear
now.
on screen for a grand total of exactly
Follow us to the pillars.
39 seconds.
Oh no, Sophia's gonna
Even
be
in most
here
seasons
like
of Jon Stewart's The
10
Daily Show,
minutes.
there's only been one female correspondent at a time. The Smurfette principle is especially important to remember now because Hollywood is currently trying to remake everything and anything that we even vaguely remember from the 80s and 90s in an attempt to cash in on our collective nostalgia. You know, instead of maybe
Okay,
taking
you know
risks
what? That's a
on things that are
valid
new and exciting,
criticism.
we
Valid.
even have a live-action Smurfs movie coming out.
Shut up, bitch. That movie was fucking fire, and anybody that hated the Smurfs movie, go jump off of a Smurf bridge.
We've had 2 big blockbuster movies
So
based on the
basically, trip over
Transformers,
your feet.
and sadly, there's another one on its way. The 2009
Damn, this was before
Star Trek reboot by J.J. Abrams had Uhura as
This
the only
was
female character.
this was before Transformers 3 came out. Oh, I bet you would love Bumblebee that had a female lead character in it.
In the main bridge crew. And just like Star Trek, we can be sure that Hollywood is not going to try to bring gender equality into these reboots, but rather just stick with
How the pendulum has swung in the opposite direction.
the Smurfettes. The problem with narratives infused with the Smurfette principle is
So
not
now,
just
wow,
the lack of
what-
women,
what-
but as
if
Kat
I
Pollak
made
points out,
if I made a video like her, right, would it be the Smurf principle, or like no, we already have people doing that. We're just like deconstructed male characters and stuff. Oh, I took a screenshot. Okay, whatever.
in her New York Times article, boys define the group, its story, and its code of values. Girls exist only in relation to boys.
The main audience of the story are young boys, because at the time people didn't think girls were watching the same stuff as the boys. The girls were watching their own stuff. What's wrong with niggas having their own shit to watch? You don't see people complaining about like Sex in the City and Gilmore Girls only being from a female's perspective. Like, no, those are shows for the girlies, and the girlies need their shows. Why can't the boys have their fucking shows? That can't be controversial. Let the boys have their
This
own
means
fucking
that men
show.
are the default, and women get to be sidekicks or
Y'all, but since 2000 Ellen and whatever the fuck women have had their own facets of media. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. There's so many different shows that has female leads at this point in time. This fuck you. Let the niggas have their shows, because there were shows and movies for women.
Or sexy
The Notebook was literally about a girl having everything she ever wanted.
decorations. Even when there's only one female primary cast member, as video blogger Nostalgia Chick points out in her Smurfette Principle video, they're usually just sexy female duplicates of their male counterparts.
Legally Blonde is another movie where I guess the Smurfette is the main character and the story goes in her favor. Like, what
He
the
was the one
fuck?
that kind of really started this interest in the whole default and deviation from
Ooh, this is
default
making me
complex.
angry.
Basically, this idea that men seem to want a vagina version of themselves.
That's an excellent point. Thank you, Nostalgia Chick. The Smurfette Principle is an alternative
What?
name for tokenism, or the token minority, which is the inclusion of one cast member from a marginalized group in an otherwise
How many people from Ubisoft you think saw these videos?
white, straight, male ensemble.
But we're not even
We
at
see
the
this
video
most often
games
when
yet.
writers
This is
include
just
one
the
person of
shows
color,
or
and that character
movies.
is usually painfully stereotyped. This is a little trick used by movie studios to pretend to appear multicultural and diverse, when really they're just upholding the status quo and not changing anything substantially. So here's a tip for all you Hollywood writers out there. It is in fact possible
Nope.
to have more than one woman in your script.
Yeah,
Really,
they
I
do.
swear it is.
They do.
You could even have 2 or 3 women, or
Yeah.
even the majority of your cast to be women.
Yeah,
Here's a
they they
Simple
do.
test you
They
can ask
have
yourself
those
when you're writing your
shows.
script.
Mhm.
Does my movie have more than one woman on the primary cast?
Yeah. A lot of anime, a lot of shows has more than one woman on the primary cast. Yes, Shiemi, Izumo. Yeah, I've been recently been watching Blue Exorcist, but yeah, Shiemi, Izumo. That's 2. Miss Kiragakuri. That's 3 women on a cast. What's your problem? And I bet this is a Bechdel test thing. I bet this is 100% a Bechdel test thing. And another show in America, Wizards of Waverly Place. It was more than just Alex. You had Bridget Medler's character, you had Harper.
That's
They didn't
it.
always talk about
That's
guys.
the whole test.
And that was before this video was made. Wizards of Waverly Place, 2009. Hannah Montana, 2004. That's so Raven. Like,
If you answered no, then you need to go back to the drawing board. If you answer yes, then we can proceed to the Bechdel test. Once you've got 2 female characters who are talking to each other about things other than men, then we can talk about fully developed female characters.
okay. Thank you so much.